Yankees fan, take a deep breath, because the Bronx is boiling. The news coming out today mixes hope, tension, and a touch of nostalgia. After a year full of highs and lows, with flashes of greatness and moments hard to swallow, the backstage at Yankee Stadium is on fire, and at the center of it all is a name that divides opinions: Cody Bellinger. He arrived surrounded by doubts, rebuilt himself with grit, earned the respect of the locker room, and reignited the offense at crucial moments. But now, the question echoing through the stands and the hallways of the front office is simple. Is it worth fighting to keep him, or is it time to let the MVP go? Before we dive into this story, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Do you think Bellinger deserves to stay in the Bronx? Because what comes next could define the direction of the Yankees next season. Wearing the pinstripes isn't for everyone. It's not just baseball, it's pressure, tradition, and daily accountability. Cody Bellinger knew that when he arrived in New York, after 3 turbulent years in Los Angeles, where he went from MVP to question mark, he found a new beginning with the Yankees. And that beginning was promising. The swing came back. The confidence came back. The stadium, which would be unforgiving, began to applaud. But the Bronx is a land that tests character. Every hit is analyzed, every mistake magnified. And still, Bellinger endured. He showed maturity, balance, and above all, the will to prove that he still belongs among the elite. It was more than a good season. It was a rebirth. Since leaving the Dodgers, Bellinger has posted a 125 OPS plus and 12.0 WAR in 412 games. That puts him among the most productive outfielders in the league over the past 3 years. But the most impressive thing isn't just in the stats. It's in the way he plays. The same guy who lost his swing, whose average dropped to .203, who was told his prime was over. Now he plays with ease, like someone who has conquered his ghosts. And the fans noticed. Every extra base hit was met with roars in the Bronx. Every diving catch reignited the pride of those who've worn the Yankees cap since childhood. But baseball, as always, loves to test the heart. And now comes the hard part of the story. According to Jorge Castillo of ESPN, Bellinger will opt out of his contract and test the market again. The 30-year-old has a $25 million player option, and after such a strong season, it would be madness not to seek a longer deal. But for the Yankees, that opens a wound. The team finally found stability in the outfield, and now they might lose the very player who brought that calm. The front office is divided. On one side, those who insist Bellinger must be kept at any cost, that the team needs continuity, chemistry, a solid foundation. On the other, those who argue it's time to look forward, invest in youth, and free up salary space for 2026. And in the middle of it all are the fans. Try to understand where this team is really heading. Because let's be honest, Yankees baseball isn't just about spreadsheets and war. It's about identity. About wearing the uniform and feeling the weight of those who came before. Ruth, DiMaggio, Mantle, Jeter. And that's exactly the spirit Bellinger managed to capture. He didn't arrive flaunting his MVP status. He came humble, ready to rebuild. And in a city used to watching idols fall, that means something. That's why, more than a negotiation, the Bellinger situation has become an emotional dilemma. The Yankees need to decide. Do they want to build a team of names or a team of symbols? Looking at it objectively, the Yankees roster still has holes. The offense lacks consistency. Giancarlo Stanton battles time and injuries. Aaron Judge is a heart of the team, but he can't carry it all alone. And the rotation, while solid, doesn't have enough offensive depth behind it. That's where Bellinger becomes so valuable. He brings versatility. He can play the outfield, first base, or serve as a balance between power and consistency. And for a team that desperately needs offensive stability, that's gold. The problem? The price. And not just a financial one, the philosophical one. The truth is, the Yankees have a recent history of decisions that haven't aged well. Contracts that were too long, bets on names that didn't deliver, safe moves that produced little. That's why every step now must be calculated. Letting Bellinger go could hurt, but keeping him on a massive contract and watch his performance dip, that could hurt even more. The dilemma isn't just between staying or letting go. It's between risking the heart or protecting the mind. And like every great Yankees story, it's never simple. With more than $20 million projected in payroll space for next summer, the Yankees' original plan was to pursue a big name in free agency. But the market has changed. Extensions signed by stars like McDavid, Eichel, and Kaprizov, along with collapse of younger options, have left few truly impactful alternatives. That makes the decision to keep Bellinger even more strategic. He's not just a player. He's a bridge between the present and the future, between what the Yankees still are and what they want to become again. And in the Bronx, the future doesn't wait. You either build a legend now, or you get swallowed by the pressure. Amid numbers, clauses, and rumors, it's easy to forget what's really at stake. People. Bellinger has lived both heaven and hell in baseball. From MVP and champion to castoff, from doubt to redemption. And the most beautiful thing is that he never stopped believing. In every interview, he speaks calmly, with gratitude, like someone who knows the value of what he rebuilt. And seeing that kind of player in the Bronx carries a special weight. Yankees fans respect the journey, because New York is a city that loves those who fight, who fall, and rise again. And in that sense, Bellinger has become more than a player. He's become a symbol of resilience. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, General Manager Brian Cashman's phone won't stop ringing. Interested teams are already checking in. The Dodgers appear as one of the main contenders. And, ironically, the story could come full circle. Imagine the scene. The player who was reborn with the Yankees returning to the team that let him go. It would be poetic and painful at the same time. Sources close to the situation say Cashman hasn't given up yet, but the stalemate is clear. Contract length and total value. Bellinger wants security. The Yankees want flexibility. And in modern baseball, time is the greatest enemy of those who feel too much. At its core, this story is about identity. The Yankees are trying to figure out who they are, and Bellinger is a perfect reflection of that search. A team of tradition trying to reinvent itself. A player of glory trying to prove he still belongs. Maybe the future will say the right path was to move on. Or maybe it'll say that some connections deserve more time. But what's impossible to ignore is what Bellinger brought back. Pride. Pride in wearing the uniform, in fighting until the end, in believing that the Bronx is still the stage of champions. Yankees fan, this is the moment when heart and reason face each other. Cody Bellinger may be on his way out, but his impact goes far beyond statistics. He brought back a sense of belonging, something the team had been losing. And now, it's up to the front office to decide. Is it worth betting on the man who rebuilt himself inside Yankee Stadium? Or is it time to turn the page and invest in the next generation? One thing for sure, in the Bronx, nothing is small. Every decision echoes through the years. And maybe, when we look back, this choice about Bellinger will be remembered as a turning point. The moment the Yankees decided who they want to be. So drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Would you keep Bellinger in New York, or let the MVP chase a new beginning? See you in the next video. Because the Bronx never sleeps, and the Yankees are about to wake up for good.